Good morning. Another deep dive into the final fault, and we're going to have a conversation about a band I think more people should be aware of. I know they have a big following and they sell quite a few records, but I still think they need to be better known. I had spoken before about Doom, and I guess you could say Stoner not having a geographical central point, and it's all mini scenes kind of that are connected through the internet and through fan driven sites. So we are going to talk about one of those mini scenes over the next few videos, or definitely over the next few weeks. We will talk about Germany, and I'm going to start with a band I really like called Wukan. So they're formed in 2011 by Frances Tobolski, and I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. She put an advertisement in this Jude magazine saying seeking Blues Brothers, and the band answered. And to describe their music, there's a lot going on here. As some people would say, there's folk. There's definitely a 70s retro rock element in how it's presented. Lots of flute in the music, so lazy comparison is Jethro Tull, which I don't think is apt at all. Uh, Definitely elements of traditional heavy metal, and in the latter albums, uh, definitely on a couple of tracks, they've embraced their native tongue, which is German, and cosmic disco, which kind of sounds terrible but really works in the context of those albums. So let's have a look at their back catalogue. Their first EP, their sound isn't quite developed. Dope Trotter is the demo track on it is actually the best track on it. This has been issued a few times, so it should be easy enough to find. So the Wind is the first proper album, and Farther Storm is an absolute stomper of a track. Rocks, really great interplay between the flute and the guitar, and her vocals are off the scale. In terms of power, I would put her up there with Dio and Rob Halford, and you might think that sounds like an exaggeration, but her top end is crazy. There's incredible power in this woman's voice. So, if you sow the wind, naturally you didn't reap the storm. Now, this is my favourite studio album by them. The Ratcatcher is everything that's great about this band. Great interplay between the instruments, lots of flute, great vocals, weird psychedelic middle section. It's really, really good album. And they finish with a long track called Cosmic Guilt, which goes on for 18 minutes. That's all a side D, and they definitely lean into the prog end of things there. But the whole album is great, other great tracks, and out of sight, out of mind, I'm going to leave you. Now, the next album was a bit of a, I guess, filler, but it's still worth checking out, which is the live album, but it's live in the studio, so you could say, honestly, it's more like a rehearsal. Bit raw, a bit more pace in some of the songs, but yeah, it's a good filler. Heathen Tongues, the next album, I really enjoyed it. The first two songs, Kill the King and Don't Break the Yoke, definitely lean more into the traditional metal. If you're a Priest or an Iron Maiden fan, you would like them. Two tracks in German language I really like. I'm not even going to try and pronounce the titles. The second one is by an East German prog band when Germany was separated. So, not known in the West, but it's fantastic to hear her sing in her native tongue. Then we have Far and Beyond, which is kind of leaning into the cosmic disco thing. It sounds terrible, but in actual fact, it really works in the context of this album as a really decent track. The latest album, I didn't like it as much as some of the other albums. Irons in the Fire definitely leans into traditional metal more than anything, and I feel the flute isn't as heavily featured in this, which is one of the things I love, but our vocals are great. Pipe Dreams, Fountain of You, Wicked, Sick and Twisted, it kind of leans more into a funk direction. it worked, but did it work in the context of the album? I'm not sure. So overall, I would say Wukan are a really great rock band. The live footage I've seen online, they look fantastic. Her voice is just as powerful live as it is in the studio. The band are really rocking. Uh, Definitely the presentation is very retro and 70s, but I don't think that should put you off. Check out the Ratcatcher as a track, and Sow the Wind and Reap the Storm as complete albums, and listen to them back to back and see what you think. If you like this content, subscribe and like Fifth Wheel Records. Until then, keep it final and keep it real.